Alright guys, so what's going on with this car? Ain't that hilarious? I put a taller rim on it. I mean, and the way I've got the tune set up right now, with just the 14-inch rim on it earlier, it went, I mean, it's gone 571, 570 several times, and then all of a sudden it just starts getting front end light on me, starts riding wheelies. And so I decided to go to a taller rim, rear rim, which really shouldn't make any difference. But I'm thinking on the actual game aspect. This is an old car, and when this car came out, everybody was putting tall rims on the cars. So, and you see how big of a difference that just made. That completely set off my center of gravity. So I'm gonna drop the rim down to 15-inch and see if that makes it a little closer to where I need to be without actually having to change the entire center of gravity just for making the rear rim from 14-inch to 16-inch. Now, mind you, all I'm trying to do is get the car to do the same thing every time, and that's at least run a 570 to 574, without wheelie bars. This car is a real pain in the rear. Now I can't hear the car, so that makes it even worse because I've got the microphone on. See, that looked better as far as the launch, and it looked actually like it's supposed to look. And all I did was drop the rim height from a 16 to a 15. Let's see. All this little stuff matters, man, when you're dealing with these games. This is an old car. This is one of the first cars that everybody was messing with on this game. See, that's still too high. So, and if I go back up to 16-inch, it's gonna just jump around on the rev limiter like I'm not even in the right center of gravity. Watch. Oh, let me go. And mind you, I think I've got all the suspension settings set up to the tune that I uploaded this morning. But all I'm changing is the rim height. Alright, so let's go back to 16 and watch what it does. It'll just bounce off that rev limiter off the line like it's way off, like the center of gravity is just way off. There's no telling what it's going to do. This game, it needs to be more consistent, or they're doing this on purpose so us YouTubers can't really provide a tune that's consistent for people. Either that, or they're making these tunes, profile specific to each person's profile, kind of like they do the fuel and timing settings, the dyno settings. Mind you guys, I can't hear nothing. So we know that's going to be a weak pass. Yeah, see a .89, 60 foot, and let's see what it does. I mean, the front tire might have come up a little bit, but nothing like it's supposed to. Yeah, so it didn't even come up off the ground. I'm trying to think if there's something I can adjust without having to drop the rim height back down to a 15-inch. See, let me see. I got the bump. Yeah, that's set at 7,000. And this is where I had it set earlier. Now, I could drop the rebound to 1900. See if that helps us out a little bit on the 60 foot. We need to be down in 0.84 like we were. With the 15-inch rim, we were 0.84 60 foot. We really need to be around 0.81. But I can definitely tell that the car, you see how it bounces off that burnout and heads toward that line a lot faster now with just a little bit taller rim. This game makes no sense, fellas. See, the 60 foot got better, but we damn sure didn't run a good number. And you could tell, I can probably tell you without watching the replay of the front tire. I'm sure it came up a little bit, but you could tell it was still bouncing pretty hard off the rev limiter at the beginning, out of the hole. It's okay if it does that, as long as it, as long as it's going to run a 573, 574, it can bounce. It can look as goofy as it wants to look. It doesn't matter what it looks like on the tack, as long as it's running a low number. I mean, I've got a few tunes that do that. They bounce a couple times off the rev limiter in first gear, but I mean, they still run good. They run consistent 72, 73. That Thunderbird is almost like that, but that Thunderbird's just bad. That Thunderbird's fast, man. If y'all ain't got that tune, y'all need to go get it. But anyway, let's see what it does. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I mean, we got the travel set right and everything. You see all that travel on the front end? That's good. And we want to have that kind of travel, but we need the front end to carry a little bit more than that. So, but it did help just dropping that number. Which one was it? The bump? No, the rebound. Yeah, I get them mixed up. So we'll put the rebound at 2,000. And well, no, that's gonna make it. That's gonna slow me down. So let's drop the rebound to even lower, 1,800. And after I make this pass, I'll put it back on a 14-inch rim and the exact tune that I uploaded earlier and show y'all what it does. I mean, it'll run a 571, and it'll go from that to running to dragging the bumper, standing straight up. It's a consistency deal. The game's just not that advanced, I don't think. It's close though. Yeah, see? Now that's about right where we want to be. And I can tell you right now, I mean, I don't even have to look at the replay, but it's going to carry that front tire probably just about right. But is it going to run this same number every time? That's what we want it to run faster than this. But if it'll run this number, it will run faster than this. It's just a matter of getting the shifting down. And I don't hear the car. I'm just watching the tag. So let's watch the replay though. Yeah, see? That's a lot better. Let's see if we can make any sense out of what the RPMs are doing out of the hole. Probably not. I mean, they're going to drop probably down to like a real high number, like 8,800, and then rise back up. We'll see. Yeah, they didn't even drop. They dropped to 9,100. And then back up to 98. Now they're dropping back down. They dropped to 87 the second time. And then I shift out. Let's see. 91. Back up. Back down. Back up. Back down. To where I shifted at 8,500. I mean, yeah, see that? I mean that you see what I'm working with, and I still ran a 575. It don't matter what it really looks like, as long as you're running a good number. I mean, and it's all about the stance, you know. That's a good stance right there with no wheelie bars. You carry the tire any higher than that, then you're just. I mean, we're probably carrying it a little too high, but you know, I'm getting into the real deep water as far as pretty much all you can do to keep this car, to make this car do what I want it to do. You know what I mean? Let's make another pass without touching anything. That wasn't a good number. I knew it wasn't. Make another one. Yeah, that was just my shifting, I think. Carried it. I should have let it just bounce around in first gear a little more. See the 60 foot though? That 0.83, I mean that's where we want to be. We just don't want to be riding big crazy wheelies. Yep. You can just tell when it doesn't leave hard at all. I mean, you can tell by the way the tack works. But that's just the inconsistency of this game. Now watch, we're gonna go back and we're gonna put the tune that I uploaded on this morning that was running great until I uploaded it, and then it just started running like crap. Oh yeah, that okay. Well, yeah. Let's go back to the 14-inch. Okay, and then the tune, suspension, rebound should be 2,100. Bump should be 7,000. make it dark. Change it up a little bit. Well, it's speeding up to the line a little faster than it normally does. That's just the inconsistency of the game, though. The tire's too long. See, I gotta find a happy medium there. Clearance. It'll turn the clearance down to 20. Leave the stiffness at 21. Leave everything else like it is. I think I had the clearance set at 20 on the tune anyway. I think setting that rear end up higher actually helps. It gives it more distance. It's gotta make up out of the hole. So that's why I put the clearance on it. And I think stiffness definitely helps the car leave harder, but it also, I don't know, I think maybe we should, let's try setting the stiffness at 2000 and the clearance, leaving it at 21 on the rear. Let's see if that leaves the rear soft, but, you know, the rear end's, you know, risen up off the ground a little higher than stock, so gives it a little more room it's got to make up. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. Yeah, that didn't help. Watch this, hang on, I'm going to put it back. I'm going to put the stiffness at 22. See if it does anything instead of leaving it. That just gives it makes the rear end a little higher off the ground. So that means, you know, when the car launches, the rear end's got to come down that much further before it starts to lift the front tires up. That looks like a pretty good number. See? Looky there, guys. Looky there. Now I ought to just show you the tune and call it done, right? No, I wish it was that easy. It may be. We may have just found the magic number, fellas. Let's hope so. Let's look at the replay. This Supra, man, it's a pain in the butt. That's why nobody messes with it. Yeah, let's see. That's pretty there. Just perfect. Let's see what the tachometer does. If I can get it back here without dragging the screen off. Let's see what the RPMs do. They drop down to 9100, rise back up, drop back down, rise back up. And then I shift a second on the drop down. I don't know, man. I'd be surprised if I could redo that. I mean, I could if the car would just do like it's supposed to. I mean, that's a good number. That's what we want it to do every time, though. Let's see. lot of y'all are probably like, yep, that's what it is, dude. You can't shift further down. Alright, that's 2 times in a row, guys. I mean, if we can run a third number lower than the 75, then I think we found our niche. Let's see. I want to watch the replay. Let's scroll up on that bad boy. Get a little distance. Side shift. Field of view. There we go. I want to see. Beautiful. Alright, so 571 or 573. Come on, third time's the charm, and then we're gonna call this tune one and done. And you notice what we changed, right? We changed the rim height. I think the rim height is an inch or 2 taller, so it's at 15 or 16 inches. And the suspension, we've still got the rebound set at 2100 on the front, and we've still got the bump set. We haven't changed anything else but the stiffness. We changed the rear stiffness to 22, and then we put we changed the clearance on the rear from 20 to 21. Alright, guys, come on. One more time. It'd be cool if we could run a 69 on this pass too, right? Slower pass, but it should be alright. 76, you know, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it, fellas. Let's look at the replay. It kind of looked like it bounced off the rev limiter a little faster that time, but it's still it's a lot closer to where it needs to be. So we'll run it again though. That could have been just my driving. I can't hear the car. I got a good excuse. This is a better excuse. Now we didn't get the tires hot enough. That's alright. It'll do good. No pressure. Alright, guys. That's it. That's gonna be our tune. I mean, we fixed the wheeling problem, and guess how we fixed it? We fixed it by, one, we put some clearance. We raised the clearance on the rear from 20 to 21, and then we put an extra 1,000 on the stiffness on the rear. But the bump we left where it was, where it originally was, the rebound extension, you know, that's just for cosmetic reasons. That doesn't help me go any faster. I mean, if it does, y'all comment, let me know. But I've never had any luck with you know, changing where the rims and tires sit in the car, on whether that helps me go any faster on this game. Anyway, so that's what we changed. We changed the clearance and we changed the stiffness to 22,000, and we also changed the rim, the rim height. See, let's go up and see what we changed the rim height. It was originally at 14 inches. And where we have the rim height set at now? Oh, we're back at 14 inches. So we did good. We went back to 14 inches, and we just added, so basically all we did was put some clearance and a little more stiffness in the rear. Because like I said, you know, if you think about it, it jacks the rear end, the suspension up a little higher in the rear, so that means it's got more space it's got to clear before all the power is sitting on the back tires, and then it's pulling on the front. You know, it just gives it that much more, gives the front end that much more leeway. Anyway, yeah. Y'all know the tune. Everything's fully decked out. You don't need to see it. I'm pretty sure the axle is it's torque arm. I haven't really. I think I tried to mess with the ladder bar. I mean, you can try to if you want, but this is an old setup. So you know, this is an old car. You got to kind of go by the old rules. And, you know, what was the tire on this? Yeah, 31/21. Another thing I've noticed, you know, on the older cars, or just all of them, you know, try start running to a 20-inch width tire instead of a 21-inch. You'd be surprised. You know, like if you're coming out of a hole too hard, you know, make the tire an inch shorter and an inch less wide. You know, it'll change how the car comes out of the hole. You know, it's just common sense. But you know, anyway, so that pretty much does it. I'm gonna run through everything here and show y'all real quick. Here's the transmission settings. Wheelie bars. $67. Okay, and then yeah, I was even messing with the boost earlier, y'all. I was getting desperate, but all I needed to do was just make a couple adjustments on the rear end. So there you guys go. And let's go through the regular old dyno. Yeah, I'm sure it's making 3475 to 3485. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay. 2023